Hold on, Caro, hold on.
Tony,
So many Shambas to shape. Welcome.
to Shamba Shape Up.
We have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers,
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need.
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice.
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences.
On the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
New hope may bloom and days will come of a calmer, milder beam. But there's nothing half as sweet in life as a young love's dream.
Oh, Tony, that is so romantic.
No, Caro, it's not for you. It's for our farmers. They're newlyweds.
Oh, that's even better. Let's go meet them.
Welcome to Shamba Shape
Up.
Today, we are in the western county of Kakamega.
To meet Eric and Grace, who have 8 acres of mixed crops, dairy cows, and chicken.
I'm Eric. I'm 29 years old.
My name's Grace Awinja. I'm 28 years old. Working together is good because if one handles the farm, the other person handles the, example, like poultry, it makes work easier and flexible.
Yes, I'm happy because we assist each other.
Cut.
And like all newlyweds, they have lots of private jokes.
Oni, mrembe. Hey,
And Eric's mama is here too.
You're most welcome.
Yes.
We really appreciate your presence.
So tell us, how is farming here?
We are really struggling with it.
Okay.
Yes.
We have a problem in production,
That's production of what?
milk. We also have a problem in soils.
Every shamba has challenges.
Yes.
But Mama, you've been farming for quite some time.
Yeah.
Are you assisting them in farming?
At times, when the crops are infected, I buy for him to spray the crop.
You're the financer.
The sponsor.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
Eric is very lucky. You have your mom as your sponsor.
Mom, you are very grateful and thanks. We won't let you down.
You are newlyweds.
Yeah, sure.
You can see the energy, you can see the love.
I can see the love.
But me and Tony have been together for like 10 years and there is no love.
So we're going to pitch up our tent and we'll see you later as the experts start coming in.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah, okay, all right.
I just want to be a successful farmer. I want to do huge dairy farming, all types of poultry, a millionaire farmer.
A millionaire in waiting. Let's pitch the tent and get them started.
To help Eric and Grace build their dream farm, the first thing we must do is a soil test. This will tell us whether the soil on Eric's and Grace's shamba has all the nutrients needed for the crops they are growing. Anthony Nadunga, Daktari wa Udongo from Crop Nuts, collected soil samples from the shamba for testing a week ago and is here with the results.
The sample was taken from several points, but in a zigzag manner. So when you do that, it means you will have at least a sample from everywhere.
Representative of everywhere.
Yes.
Aha. And you have the results now?
Yes, I have the results.
Let's hear them.
We found that the phosphorus level and also the total nitrogen are very low. And this affects the growth of the crop at initial stages.
Did you know about that, Grace?
Not really.
Nitrogen is important for healthy leaves. A plant without enough nitrogen will have leaves that are turning yellow. Phosphorus is essential for healthy roots. A plant that doesn't have enough phosphorus will look stunted. This is because its roots have not developed enough to take up all the nutrients from the soil. Have you noticed something unusual with your maize?
It grows at some point, it remains stagnant, and its growth rate is very slow.
So, what do you recommend they do?
When planting, Eric and Grace should apply a NPK fertilizer. And also when it comes to top dressing, the farmer has to apply urea. She needs to have at least 30 kilos of urea and also 75 kilos of planting fertilizer. That is per acre.
Okay.
Yes.
Any question, Grace?
Okay, and what if we apply organic fertilizer?
We highly recommend organic fertilizer because it serves the same purpose, provided it has corrected the deficiency element that your farm had.
Now we've got the soil sorted. What's the next step on Eric's path to being a millionaire? Could it be poultry farming?
But there is work to be done first. Eric and Grace's chicken were attacked by a mongoose. The chicken house is currently empty, and their latest brood of chicks is being kept in the house, which is not recommended. So, the chicken house needs shaping up. Let's get going.
Now that we know the soil type of Grace and Eric's Shamba, the big question is, what seeds should they plant?
To get a good yield, it helps to know the facts before you start. Finding out the soil type of your Shamba is the first step. Next, which inputs are best? We've asked Diana Atieno from Bubai Limited to choose the best seed to plant in Grace and Eric's area and to help them manage a successful crop.
What challenges have your beans been giving you?
Mostly just standard growth from planting.
And how has your harvest been? When it is good, how many bags do you get?
I get around 5 bags.
5 bags.
Yeah.
Bad?
10 kgs.
Only.
Yes.
Oh, that is pretty bad.
Eric, I've gone through your farm and just did a bit of inspection. There are a few things that I have picked up that I think have contributed to your low yields. The variety that you've planted or the seed that you've used is not certified seed. Where did you buy your seed?
This one is just local. When you plant, when you harvest, again you replant the next season. Yeah.
From your harvest, you put aside, and then when the season begins, you plant that.
It's a big problem that is contributing to the challenges you're facing right now. The crops are not uniform. So you'd see some of the crops are podded, some of them are just flowering, and some of them are just at early vegetative stage. So for you, that would mean that you have to be late with some of the management practices since all of them are not at the same stage. So definitely that will affect your production at the end of it. Maybe if we could just observe a few things on part of the crops. So yellowing of the leaves normally would come because of nutrition. And for these, I would pick up its nitrogen and iron. It's not enough in the crop. This plant here is affected by aphids. Yeah. So aphids are the black insects. They suck juice out of the plant. And this normally would happen when we have rains and then a dry period. So aphids would come in. So the issue with the aphids now, it will bring in issues like bean common mosaic, and that is a virus. So they transmit viruses. And now your crops will start looking like that. They start curling inwards. So the issue with the bean mosaic, what it will do to your plant, it will not produce the pods well, because when they're just producing the pods, even the pods will start curling, and then it means the beans will not form in them.
Unfortunately, you can't treat leaf mosaic, but you can prevent more infection by controlling the aphids. For more information, you can contact iShamba on 0711 082 606. And the good news is, there is much Eric can do to prevent these problems in his next crop.
At the end of the day, we just want good yield. What should our farmer do?
You're looking for your inputs. And inputs is very important because now you're looking at where am I getting my seed? Where am I getting my fertilizer? So for seed, you need certified seed. And the good thing with the certified seed, one, it is very resistant to the diseases, increases your yields.
A seed that is resistant to disease will need less pesticide and produce a better yield.
There is a very great deal with uniformity because it will all germinate at the same time, all flower at the same time, and are harvested at the same time.
If all your plants grow at the same rate, you can top dress, spray, and harvest at the same time. This saves labor and makes life easier. You'll be able to take all your crop to market at the same time, which will save on transport costs.
And when you go to get a certified seed, it's really important to look that it is certified by KEFIS, Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service. And when you get your seed also, you'd see it has been coated with a chemical which has an insecticide and also a fungicide. So that will help to protect your crop at the stage where it's just germinating up to a certain stage before you start spraying.
The KK8 certified seeds Diana has brought from Dubai are designed for the amount of rainfall in Eric and Grace's region. They are coated with an insecticide, so they will grow without being attacked by pests and diseases before the first spraying. So Eric's problems are solved and he's ready to plant. But wait, the plants were yellow, which means the soil is lacking in nutrients. So we still need to add the right fertilizer before we plant the next crop. I'll have to find an expert to help with that.
Meanwhile, in the chicken shed, Kamau has put chicken wire around the inside and secured the holes. No more mongoose in this chicken house, please. Plus curtains that go up at night to keep the chicks warm and down in the day to let the air in. When starting up farming, it's always good to mix up things. In case the crops fail, you always have the livestock. But livestock needs a lot of care and attention too to ensure they are healthy. Eric and Grace have a cow in calf, so we have asked Victor Kimutai from CKL Africa to help us make sure she has all that she needs. Tell us a little more about Lucia, the cow here.
This is our girl Lucia. She's now 7 months in calf.
Wow, 7 months.
Yes.
She's not badly off. You can see the skin hair coat is very nice. However, the steaming up has not been done well. And so I think this is the time to start doing that.
What is steaming up?
Steaming up is the process of feeding a dry cow with enough feeds in preparation of its calving.
I heard you, Victor, mention about dry cow.
Yeah, basically a dry cow is a cow that is not being milked and it is almost calving down.
The cow that is in calf,
Yes,
you have stopped milking and it's 2 months to deliver.
2 months to delivery.
That is a
A
dry cow.
Yeah.
How do you manage a dry cow?
So a dry cow requires minerals, she requires high energy feeds and also free access of water and of course good comfort for the housing.
Why dry cow management?
Dry cow management ensures that your cow will be having good health at the calving period. It will also ensure the health of the calf is actually good and okay. There will be enough sufficient milk from this cow if you manage your cow during that period.
What do I feed it?
At this period, you actually need to consider the body weight. You have to feed 3 to 4% dry matter of the cow's body weight. Also ensure that you feed Copacula, which is a protein supplement for repair of the worn out tissues in the udder. You add Copacula Advance 5 kilos to 70 kilograms of dairy meal.
Mix 5 kilograms of Copacula in 70 kilograms of dairy meal. This will save you doing it each time you feed. Then give 2 kilograms from that mix in the morning and 2 kilograms in the evening per cow. You can add these to the dry feed.
Also, don't forget about Maclick Dry Cow. Maclick Dry Cow provides calciums required by the cow during calving down. This Maclick Dry Cow is a very good mineral supplement that will ensure that after the calving down, the cow will be able to expel its placenta. The cow will remain healthy and avoid the issues of milk fever, and also the calf will look healthy and very strong.
If the cow's placenta doesn't come out after calving, it can cause a serious infection. To prevent this from happening, give 8 tablespoons of Maclick Dry Cow per day. This will also help to avoid the risk of your cows getting milk fever which is caused by a lack of calcium and often leads to death.
What are the effects of lack of good dry cow management?
The first one is that the farmer will incur an extra cost of calling a vet and removing the placenta. That is costly.
Last year, that problem of our placenta, I experienced it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I went on to call a vet to remove it.
Did it cost you?
Yes.
That's the effect of lack of good dry cow management.
Correct. So it is good to just manage the cow at this period.
Now Eric has all the knowledge he needs about dry cow management. What about the housing for Lucia?
You've walked around. What have you seen? What would you like us to do about it?
The structure is a bit lower, so the cow is not comfortable enough. So you have to raise the resting area for the cow to be comfortable while sleeping or while walking around. The feed troughs, I've seen they are good.
What have you noticed about the feed?
You need to chop it into small pieces for the cow to take as much as possible.
So, let's get to work on the cow shed. We need to raise the roof, clean the floor, and get chopping up the feeds to make them easier to digest.
Coming up after the break.
How to use organic fertilizers,
And a new way of doing business.
Welcome back.
To Shamba Shape Up.
We are in Kakamega in Western Kenya with newlyweds Eric and Grace.
we are going to find out about organic fertilizers,
And a new business deal for poultry farmers.
Knowledge is the key to successful farming because it will help you manage your crops and get a better yield. First, find out your soil type. 2, get certified seeds. 3, choose the right fertilizer.
I've invited Frederick Mulama from Safi Organics to find a fertilizer that's right for Eric's soil type and for the beans he wants to plant. Could organic fertilizers be the answer? Let's find out.
Tell us, what is organic fertilizer?
It's a fertilizer that is processed naturally from the plant residues and the animal waste.
Have you ever heard of organic fertilizer, Eric?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Have you ever used it?
Yes, I have ever used it, but it was foliar.
All right, so you did not use it right from planting.
Yes.
Did it make any difference?
Yeah, it peaked, but it reached a stage again, stopped working.
It stopped working.
Yeah.
To use organic fertilizer, you use it continuously to realize the yield.
Okay.
Yes. The organic fertilizer has an effect of slow release nutrients into the soil to the plants.
Organic fertilizers release a small amount of nutrients steadily over a period of time. They do not get washed away or leached and so remain in the soil, feeding the plants and keeping them healthy over time.
Okay, so what are the advantages of using organic fertilizer?
First, organic fertilizer is environmentally friendly.
Organic fertilizers are made from natural resources that break down completely in the soil. So, even if you use too much, what's left over will not harm the soil.
Another thing, organic fertilizer is cost effective
Okay.
and it doesn't have a scorching effect. to
When
the
it says
plants.
scorch, it doesn't burn the plant.
It doesn't burn the plants.
Uh-huh.
Another thing, it has that ability to retain nutrients into the soil. Like we have phosphorus and nitrogen into the soil. So these nutrients cannot get leached easily if you use organic fertilizer, and your crops will yield very well.
Do you think organic fertilizer will be something that you would be interested in trying? Not just as a foliar, but now as once you begin planting.
Yes, I'm interested.
It's available and we can demonstrate how to use it. We are ready.
Let's go and do this.
So, we have our certified seed and our organic fertilizer from Safi Organics. Here's what we do next. First, dig your trench 5 centimeters deep. Space your rows 50 centimeters apart. Place a handful of organic fertilizer in the space where you will plant your seed. Space your bins 13 centimeters apart. The organic fertilizer will not burn the seed, so the seed can be placed directly into the hole. You only need one seed because it is certified seed and is guaranteed to germinate.
This organic fertilizer, is it readily available?
We have a processing machine that we just process in 24 hours. You get your organic fertilizer.
Can you imagine processed within 24 hours?
Rather than a compost manure that will take a farmer like 2 months, 1 month, we relieve that stress or pressure from the farmer.
Eric, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, it is a good thing.
Because it will help save time on the Shamba.
I'm happy about it.
Chicken shed is shaping up. It is being thoroughly disinfected and the wood shavings are going in.
Plus, a foot bath to ensure no bacteria can enter and the chicks stay healthy and disease-free. You won't have to wait long, chicks.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up weather and farming news for Kenya. In the coming week, we expect no or very little rainfall across Kenya. North, Upper and Lower Eastern, including Mandera, Wajir, Isiolo, Meru, Tharaka, Kitui, Makueni and Kajiado, will see very low rains of less than 5 millimeters in the week. The lower parts of Garissa are the only areas in these regions that will get up to 15 millimeters of total rains. The coastal counties will get moderate rains of up to 25 millimeters across the week. This includes Lamu, Kilifi, Mombasa and Kwale. Tana River and Taita Taveta, however, will see very low rains of less than 5 millimeters in the week. Central counties will see low rains of less than 5 millimeters across the week. This includes Laikipia, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Murang'a, Kirinyaga and Embu, as well as Nairobi and Kiambu. Most of the North, Central and South Rift Valley counties will have moderate rains of up to 25 millimeters across the week. This cuts across West Pokot, Baringo, Uasin Gishu, Kericho, Bomet to Nakuru. Turkana, Samburu and Narok, however, will see very low total rains of less than 5 millimeters. The Western and Nyanza regions will have moderate levels of rains of up to 15 millimeters in the week. This includes the counties of Busia, Vihiga, Siaya, Kisumu, Nyamira, Kisii and Migori. Kakamega and Bungoma will be an exception, receiving up to 50 millimeters of total rains. For more tips and detailed weather forecast for your area, get in touch with iShamba. Call 0711 082 606. I am Brenda. See you next week on the Shamba Shape Up Farming News for Kenya.
Hey there! Do you want more information on the topics being discussed on Shamba Shape Up?
We are bringing you the Shamba Shape Up podcast, where you can get farming information and tips anywhere, anytime.
Join us as we discuss good farming practices and dig deeper. Now, where do you get this podcast?
Easy. WhatsApp the word podcast to iShamba on 0748 153 120 to get a link to the podcast.
You can also Google us, Shamba Shape Up Podcast.
Twende kazi.
It's heartwarming to see young people engaged in farming. Well, it has its challenges, but fear not, there is help. We have contracted Wilkins Otieno from Chicken Basket, a company that offers young chicken farmers a supportive package. Let's see what Grace thinks of this idea. You have been keeping chicken before.
Sure.
What were the main challenges that you had?
Okay, my main challenges were the financial challenge, whereby you rear the chicken and then there is no market. And then like feeds, the prices fluctuates. It was very expensive on my side.
Feeding the chicks.
Sure.
Now, what is the solution to all that?
Contract farming.
Contract farming.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of contract farming, Grace?
Not really, it's my first time.
So what exactly is contract farming in general?
Okay, this is an agreement between the farmer and us or the company, which the company produces all the inputs to the farmer, and you ensure the inputs are of quality, and it will be at a subsidized cost, starting from the chicks, quality feeds, quality medication. The farmer will only produce the land and the housing. Then we guarantee you the market 100%. And through that, you'll also enjoy technical support from us. So at no point you'll ever go wrong.
So when it comes to market, is it you who come back to the farmer to take the chicks away when they are ready?
Yes, we come back, take the birds, weigh, pay you immediately.
It is so encouraging.
Sounding interesting, yeah?
Yeah, indeed.
Let's hear some more. So, what are the main benefits of contract farming?
Like Grace said, you had the challenge of market.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, with contract farming, that's a done deal. She won't hustle to get the market. We also have a policy of insurance. You can choose to insure the project of the birds.
I once had an issue with the mongoose.
Yes.
It sweeps like almost half of
the flock.
Don't you take it as a breaching of contract? Something of the sort.
Remember, before we brought in the chicks, we had some site visits to seal the loopholes. Actually, all the biosafety measures have been followed to the latter. In that case, we will have to act swiftly, come and check what really happened. And now with the insurance, have no worries because it will be covered.
Already she has a chicken house,
Okay.
which you have shaped up.
Yes.
And she has old chicks there. If she wants to start a new batch now with you of how many chicks?
50 will work.
Where would you start her off?
First, I'll have to go and check and inspect the house.
Okay.
If it can accommodate all the 50 birds.
Sure.
Yes. Then after that, I'll give you a list on how you'll produce the 50 birds starting from the day-old chicks.
Okay.
Yes. Most farmers, they just feed the birds. When they waste a lot of feeds, they eat into their profit. We'll also help you with that. We'll give you a feeding regime that you'll use in your production. So you won't use much feeds. Then you only feed the birds for 3 months and you're good to go for meat. You'll avoid the middlemen. You'll have straight and direct market and you maximize on your profit.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, a contract may include high quality chicks, feeds, supplements and medication, plus insurance, along with support, training, and market for the birds. The farmer provides the land and the housing and takes care of the birds. So, Grace has some useful ideas for our future in chicken farming.
And it's time to see what everyone thinks of the shape-up. First, the cow shed.
Now, do you see any changes?
Yes. The roof is raised.
Roof is raised.
Nice.
So the cow now is going to be quite comfortable.
Yes.
What else?
I've noticed the napier has been chopped into pieces.
Yes.
I think the cow will be very comfortable now.
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
one more surprise.
All right, let's go.
Come on.
The young chick's new home is secure from rodents, and a circular brooder has been constructed to ensure the chicks do not crowd and suffocate each other. So now they're comfortable and safe.
Surprise!
Wow!
Looks good. And how are our farmers feeling?
I'm so happy about it.
Ah, you smiled. There you are.
Yeah, they have sharpened us on what to do.
All I can say is thank you very much.
Finally, I can't forget Judith, our big main host.
Mama.
Shamba shape-up is good. My agricultural work is going to be wonderful.
Keep supporting them. Yes, you're doing a great job. Well, Caro, our work here.
Our work here is done.
Goodbye. Goodbye.